Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, where today we're covering NWA Saturday Night on TBS from May the 28th, 1988. I'm sitting here with Doc and Hard Body Harper. Let's just jump into it. Harper, how you doing, man? You had a good week?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Living a dream, I guess. How about you,
Yeah.
Doc?
Man, I don't know. I think it's time for me to turn heel again.
Why?
Why, Doc? Why do you want to turn heel? There you go. Go ahead and get your shit in. Get your flips and dives in. We know how you operate.
I'm just tired of the secondhand passive-aggressive feedback I get from the menace over here. I ain't trying to say nothing, man, but the Army's tired of your shit with it just being on your phone and all the noise, so you need to get that laptop fixed.
Man,
so
I'm not going to lie. On the last Smoky Mountain show that aired on Sunday night, the 15th, September 15th, it sounded like you were sucking dick at times.
Whoa.
With the slurping from...
So what if I was?
I don't care what you do with your mouth on another man's,
Come on.
man meat. But I'd like to not listen to it on a show if I'm a listener.
Yeah, I got the laptop up and running, so we are running full steam. Feeling good. I heard Harper that you weren't around to watch the Saints game the other day, so you were able to catch up on social media about all that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that how you prefer to get your sports news? Is through social media?
I mean, apparently that's how it is now.
Yeah. Did you see the game?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Or did somebody tag you in something and that's how you
People
saw
tag
it?
me in shit nonstop.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you could choose to see that as a negative, or you could choose that, like, everybody...
I see it as a fucking negative.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just thinking that...
I'm looking at the same shit you looking at, man.
No, you're not.
It.
No, you're not. Because just last week you were talking about how you were at the gym and in your car during the game. So that gave everybody clear... They wanted to make sure that you were up on what happened to Drew Brees' thumb.
Fuck, bro.
I'm posting Harper's promo about that on YouTube when I get a chance. I got it on Twitter. It's going up on YouTube because he was hot.
I just wonder what you guys did in New Orleans to upset the Rams and Uncle Raj. That's all I want to know. And I need to go back to our Patron football thing. And here's the thing, guys. I was going to say Cowboys 16-0 at Super Bowl, but Mike said I couldn't do it. So then I went with, they'll go 8-8. Bullshit, pal. We're going 16-0 Super Bowl. Suck it.
Okay.
How do y'all feel about that?
I think you can blow me.
Well, I know how you feel, but Harper, if you want on our bandwagon, we'll make room for you. All right?
Nah, I'm cool.
Oh man.
No, bro.
Hey, before you do your shout out.
Put this way, y'all are one bad thumb away from being nothing either, bro. I'm just saying.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
we're all.
At least we got fucking Bridgewater to kind of hold it down. If you can
right. We're not going to Brandon Wheaton.
Right. I mean,
we're not rusty as he was. Y'all better put WD-40 in those buckets instead of Gatorade. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, we're not going to Brandon Whedon, but it's neither here nor there.
That was a hurtful. That was a hurtful time in my life.
Jesus Christ, I remember that year on the show.
So I just have a quick shout out. I haven't had a lot of free time lately because I was busy setting up this laptop, but I was able to get over to. I was able to get my eyes on some Twitter this past week, and I saw that Mikey and DFW, I think he's a relatively new listener to the show, was talking about how Gary Hart was believable. Brother, you ain't kidding, and we're going to talk about that tonight too, because he says some things in this episode. And man, growing up in Dallas, Gary Hart was around like when y'all started World Class with Lance. And Gary Hart was no joke.
Gary Hart was the real deal. That's for damn
sure. Wait till
Yeah.
we talk about what he said tonight, man. Shit.
I know. I'm with you.
So, Mikey and DFW, welcome to the Army. We're glad to have you over here. Go make some friends and then tell them about the show. And there's the Doc-A-Holic spotlight of the week.
I need to mention to tag Lance in it. I think it was longtime listener and Patreon member Brian Withers who recommended the show to Mikey, if I remember the tweet correctly, because he tagged me in it. And Mikey listened to it. And then I remember like a month ago, Mikey listened to the first one. He was like, dude, that's one of the best recommendations I've ever gotten in my life. So shout out to both of you on that one.
Well, then I need to rescind my spotlight of the week and not give it to Mikey and DFW and give it to this Brian Weathers chap, because he's out there making us listeners.
Yeah, there you go. Both of them get the spotlight, in my opinion.
Oh, both of them. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess. I don't know. Remember, I'm thinking about turning heel here, so I don't know.
Yeah, I see that. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You're like a broad. Special shout out to our largest patron contributors monthly, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Kyle Riley, Mike Childry. Thank you for your generous patronage each and every month. Also, I want to give a couple of shout outs to one new patron, EJ Smith 70. Thanks for signing up. EJ, you signed up on Podbean. I'm not telling you to sign up on Patreon, but if you sign up on Patreon, you get a little bit more for your money.
Do it.
Video version of the review. So we appreciate it.
Well, just tell them to do it. I'm going to tell them to do it. Do it, bro.
Do it.
All right. Jesse and Josh, welcome back. Thanks for maintaining your Patreon membership. We greatly appreciate it. All right, Doc, you got anything before we get into the episode?
Man, here's the thing. I'm just going to set the stage here. This was a 43-minute episode. Can I get a praise Jesus?
Yes, thank you.
It was.
Can I get a praise? Can I?
41? A+.
I'm going to correct you. It was 41:55. You booked it over there a little bit, Booker man.
Praise be to Allah. That's just. I mean, but here's the thing. They put more oomph into these 41 minutes, or almost 42 minutes, than we got out of 58 minutes last week, where everybody was just sleepwalking. This was a good show, so I think we ought to just hop on in.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. This was a damn good show, so let's get into it. So things open up. They open the show. Barry's cutting a promo on the people in one of the live arenas that they're in. Dusty comes out to confront JJ and Barry, who are out there. Dusty decks JJ, and we then head to the main show opening in the studio. So more to come on that later. As they go to the studio, Tony, JJ, and David Crockett are in the studio this week. And Tony says, Mighty Wilbur is back.
Why?
Yeah. Who canceled?
What did you think when you heard Mighty Wilbur is back, Doc?
Well, my exact notes were Mighty Wilbur. Good Lord.
Yeah.
You know what Mighty Wilbur is? Mighty Wilbur is one of those at the shoot job, bad ideas that gets created by some booker. And the booker leaves, and a new booker comes in, and you're like, all right, we're going to get rid of this bullshit idea. Well, all we got to do is just kill it. And everybody feels bad and guilty about it, and we don't kill it. And now we're still doing this bullshit idea.
Okay.
How many times have you seen that scenario play out in your storied corporate career?
I would love to see if they would have turned him heel and gave him a fucking manager.
Well, they started him heel, and they gave him a manager.
Yeah, but not as this fucking gimmick.
Yeah, it was.
No. What I'm saying is, completely change him, put a mask on him, call him something else, and have a fucking manager, have fucking Gary Hart or someone come out with him and fucking speak for him.
Look, Gary Hart's got his own problems getting his mumbly Mexican to not.
That's nice.
To not speak over him.
He's one of the good ones.
Well, that may be true, but
that's messed up. God.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? I can't say that. Mike will have to edit it out. I was gonna bring up Ice.
Oh no!
Don't come on, bro.
Yeah, come on. Don't bring up.
All I'm saying is if Ice rolls into town, Armando Martinez can't run around yelling, "I'm one of the good ones." That ain't gonna work.
That's messed up, man.
Well, I agree. I like
that's the 49ers. Come on, man.
Armando's awesome because he's laughing at that comment right now as he listens to it.
I'm looking out for him, man.
He's laughing. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Are y'all finished going back and forth about Mighty Wilbur that's coming back this week?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he sucks.
Well, so they talk about that. Mighty Wilbur's going to be back and more on the confrontation from the opening that we just saw on the Patreon video at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. And then I will play this promo because Sullivan comes in and he's got something to say at the opening of the show. Here it is.
And a man who we have talked to many times and really caused a lot of turmoil, I guess, so to speak, on the Superstation, a man right here by the name of Kevin Sullivan. And we saw him too long ago walk away from ringside with Precious, David.
I want to tell everybody out there to really listen real clear, because what I've said has been the truth since the day I got here. And if you don't believe me, why doesn't Patty come out here and confront her about the story? It's real simple. You see, I am going to build a Tower of Doom. It is the most dangerous match in creation. And the way I got this, I went back to my roots. I went to Singapore, and I laid with the lady of the third eye, and I went to the Valley of the Leper, and I ate the monkey brains. You see, I understand now that when you build a tower, and you start from one cage, work your way down the second, and go to the bottom. And there's only been, in all of the history, 2 cages ever built like this. One for the Great American Bash, and the second one in China 2,200 years ago. But see, I am going to go back all the way to my childhood. See, because when I was a little child, I used to like to hunt rats in the junkyard. All the rats I used to get. And I'd have a little stick, and the stick was sharp. And I'd look at those little rats, and I'd lean over, and I'd stab those rats. I'd stab all those little rats, because I had them all trapped. Well, I'm trapping them all in the Tower of Doom, and when I get them, I'm going to stab all these little rats, and I'm going to take her away with me.
All right, Kevin Sullivan. Now let's go to the ring with a lot of action.
I can't be the only one that popped when he said he ate monkey brains.
What do you think they do to monkeys in Malaysia?
What do you think they do to monkeys in Malaysia? All right, Doc, what do you have from this?
Man, I popped my ass off when he said that. He's talking about eating monkey brains, man.
Stabbing rats, like...
Stabbing rats. Come on, there's all kinds of layers and meaning to that. Up. I can't tell if he's crazy, keeping kayfabe or shooting right there. Jesus. The Lady of the Third Eye, that seems nonsensical to me, I think. The Valley of the Lepers is a song from Ben-Hur, and is also maybe a biblical reference if you want to go that far. He's wilding out. But the problem here, and I just got a text from Harper on this topic, is this Tower of Doom nonsense, because we talked about this last week. We know where this ends in about 10 years, and it's not good.
Yeah.
What is this we're looking at here?
That's what I think of when I hear Tower of fucking Doom, bro.
That's not what I
think of.
Secret Wars?
Tower
of Doom.
God,
that's what I think of.
What he did was he sent the photo to Doc and I via text just now. It's Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Tower of Doom. It's a picture of the box for everybody that wants to know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I hear Tower of Doom, and it makes me think that may have where they got that name from. Because I remember as a kid they had the Marvel Secret Wars figures, and they had the Tower of Doom was like the headquarters for like Doctor Doom and the heels, and it's just, and that's the first thing that pops into my mind when I hear Tower of Doom was that toy. So maybe that's where they got the name from. I don't know. It's just. Yeah.
That's right.
But other than that, that promo, he was all the way live there.
Yeah, he's talking about monkey brains, and he went back to Singapore. Oh, Jesus, man. Sullivan's great when he does that. All right, Harper, you got anything else from Sullivan right there?
No, it's just I'm thinking of fucking Tower of Doom. It's because I kept thinking, what does that sound like from my childhood, like a toy? Why does it kept ringing a bell that I'm thinking, I think that was from the fucking Marvel fucking toys from when I was a kid. And I Googled it, and sure enough, yeah, there it is, the fucking Tower of Doom.
Well, here you have it.
Well, you know what their next big cage match is going to be, the Castle of Grayskull.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus, it's a fucking joke.
Okay.
What was it?
Or
is the promotion the problem?
Yeah.
Because you probably could have got that by him at that time. They were so desperate. They were so desperate to compete with Vince.
Yeah, they were like, okay, Star Wars is real big. We're gonna call this the Death Star cage match.
Except it was 1988 and 11 years after Star Wars.
Well, you know what's funny is they did that Wizard of Oz thing when Sullivan did hang the monkey that time, and the monkey fucking did the Von Erich thing, and committed suicide. If you remember, that whole scene was did look like Castle Grayskull. It was like that green, and they had that background. I mean, I'm not saying that's what it was, but you know, Jesus.
Fucking know what that shit reminds me of when I see it now. You remember that show that used to come on Saturday mornings, Land of the Lost?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sleep Stacks.
That's what that shit looks like. The real cheesy, special effects and with the fake like plastic rocks in the background and all.
That was a cheesy ass show, even when I was a kid.
Even as a kid, I couldn't watch it.
Nah, we watched the shit out of that. Come on now.
Dude,
Will and Ollie
cheesy.
And the Sleep Stacks. Come on.
Yeah.
They had a freaking marathon on the Sci-Fi Network one day. I remember, I don't know, it was like one of the holidays, Labor Day, maybe Memorial Day. I just remember being off from work and flipping through, and I was like, look at this bullshit.
Yeah.
I watched like 30 minutes of it, and I was like, whoa, boy, you want to talk about low budget.
That's 30 minutes more than I would have watched.
It was morbidly fascinating at how stupid and low budget it was. Okay, the Fantastics defeat Joe Cruz and Larry Stevens. We just watched along with it, and now we're gonna go to a Fantastics promo.
Wait.
What?
Go to the 403 mark when Tommy Rogers steps on a black chick's foot.
Wait, what?
The 403 mark.
I missed that.
I missed it
too.
Watch. When he's walking into the ring. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, watch.
4 minute.
Actually, he steps on that chick's foot.
Oh! Hey, I think that's the same woman that Flair pulled out from the crowd that time and said, "This is Dusty Rhodes' kayfabe girlfriend."
Oh no, but man, he stepped on her bunions.
That poor broad.
What a racist.
God, that poor broad. That sucks. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go to the promo. Here it is.
Tag team champions, the Fantastic.
All right, Mr. Crocker, we're really excited about coming out here. We want to thank everybody out there who's supporting us. We have these tag team belts right now, as you see, and it seems like everything Jimmy Cornette's doing is backfiring. He seems to be going a little crazy. He's losing his mind, not only out here doing interviews, but during our matches. We've had battles all across the country. And Cornette is crazy. That's why the Fantastics have decided to bring something down. Tommy, remember that straight jacket we talked about, brother? We're going to take care of Cornette. That's right. Jimmy Cornette, ever since April 1st in Norfolk, when the Fantastics came to the NWA,
and beat him in a non-title match. He hasn't been the same. And then we finally got that title shot, and we took these U.S. Tag Team belts from Jimmy Cornette and the Midnight Express. Well, there's a little piece missing every little bit every day that he don't have these U.S. Tag Team belts. So Bubba and myself figured out a way to keep Jimmy Cornette from going and hurting himself, because we know what kind of a man he is. We know you're going to hurt yourself,
just a minute,
so we're going to have to put you in a
shut up,
straight
you little goof. Don't try to come over here because I can run faster than you can.
TV, brother, because I'll stick this belt right where the sun don't shine.
Oh, you think you will? Well, you just try to catch me. I got something to say to you. You know the NWA and David Crockett and your goofy brother. Get away from me.
I don't know if this guy is...
You think I'm crazy? I'm crazy like a fox. The NWA and David Crockett and Jimmy Crockett and everybody else is jealous of the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette because we're better than everybody else. That's what the problem is. And you always try to come up with some way to stack the deck. You shut up, you little jerk. What do you want? What do you want?
Let me tell you something right now.
You tell me.
You're nuts. The people know it. All these people know it. You're crazy. You got a screw loose.
I'll tell you who's nuts.
Bringing a straight jacket down.
You ain't gonna bring no straight jacket. I'll tell you who's nuts. You're nuts. You got a screw loose. You're a nut if you think I'm gonna go for that. Hey, watch out. You let me tell you something right now, fool, and you too, Rogers. You're always trying to figure out some way to stack the deck against the Midnight Express. You put us in cages. You make me wrestle trying to get my neck broke. You put us up on scaffolds trying to get us killed. And now you're talking about putting me in a straitjacket. Put me in a straitjacket, brother. I ain't crazy. I ain't nuts. And I'll show you how nuts I'm not. The only reason anybody watches this crummy TV show is because of Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express. They don't watch his weasel face. They don't watch your fat neck. And they don't watch your two little grinning puke-faced geeks. They don't watch you. They watch the Midnight Express, millions of them. Well, we ain't gonna be watching the Midnight Express anymore, brother. And we ain't gonna be watching Jim Cornette, because right now, as of today, we're out of here, brother. We are not gonna be on World Championship Wrestling. We're not gonna be on any NWA television show. And we'll see how long it takes for Ted Turner to start showing reruns of Mighty Mouse cartoons in this time slot. We're out of here, and we're not coming back. You ain't putting me in no straitjacket, because I ain't crazy, brother. Yeah, I am. I'm crazy like a fox, and I know how to sink this TV show, and I'm doing it by getting out of here.
You know, David, I think this may be the best thing to ever happen to World Championship Wrestling for Jimmy Cornette and the Midnight Express never to come back on the World
All right, ladies and gentlemen, more action right after this.
Really just wanted to play that because of the straitjacket comment. Just remember that. But, Doc, did you have anything from it?
I like how corny goes. I'm not crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy like a fox. Wait, what? But am I the only one that got completely worked there? Because they kept showing the camera angle the ways they did, and I kept waiting for the Midnights to jump the Fantastics.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool that I was sitting there, they were setting me up for it, and then they didn't do it. I like that. Don't be so fucking predictable.
Yeah, there's something to that. Don't always tease it sometime and have it not happen. That way, when it does happen, it's more of a surprise.
Right.
Yep, I'm with you. Harper, do you have anything from it?
Man, it just seems like Tommy Rogers should be just on a bigger stage in general. Because you can say what you want about the rock and roll and how the chicks loved him, but dude, Tommy Rogers has legit Hollywood good looks.
Uh-oh.
And he's got that $1 million body. He looks like he could be on any television show at that time. He could have been on Dynasty or fucking, Falcon's Crest or fucking any soap opera or a fucking movie. He just has a look that just makes him stick out from fucking everyone else.
Harper's got a little crush here. A little man crush.
I'm just saying. He just looks like he should be on a fucking TV show. Like on a fucking Dynasty or a soap opera or something.
I wonder if the only thing that ever held him back was his height.
Something about it just... He has those Hollywood good looks, man. The perfect hair and everything else.
I don't know if you can tell as much on television, but he was short.
I can't tell.
Short.
I assume he's like 5'11", just by looking at this.
No. 5'7".
Damn, really?
5'8" at the most. I mean...
Menace was looking him straight in the eye.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I mean, I'm like 5'9", so maybe 5'8". He was short, man. I mean, he wasn't Buku Dao short. Because Buku Dao's short. I mean, that little motherfucker's short. But
we go out
Tommy,
to a worldwide audience. Nobody knows who Buku Dao is.
He's a little Asian guy from.
Whoa!
What? I mean, he's Buku Dao. He's a little Asian guy. He's been on the show.
Hold
on, asshole.
Why's he got to be Asian?
Yeah, why's he got to be Asian? Why can't he just be a guy?
Yeah, why can't he be fucking Oriental? Oh yeah, you can't say that.
Yeah,
what's the proper term out there? What is it nowadays? I'm seriously. What do you want me to say, Doc?
He's a southeastern Asian person.
All right. So anyway, I'll call him by
How about he's an American?
Vietnam.
How about he's an American?
Yeah. How about that?
How tall is Buku Dao, Harper, for a shoot?
5'3", 5'4", 5", something like that.
He ain't that tall, man.
I mean, what, 5'3"?
I think he's like 5'3", 5'4", man. He's short.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Tommy's taller than him. But no, Tommy was short, man. He was just a short little dude. Now, even up until the last time I saw him in person was like 2002, that son of a gun was still ripped and in damn good shape, even in 2002. Like, he wasn't one of those guys that ended up on the indies that you would be like, man, that guy let himself go. No, he wasn't like that. But I mean, I agree, Harper. Yeah, he's got $1 million look. I mean, we talk about Al Perez and his look and how great it is, but man, Tommy Rogers had a better look than Al Perez. And I mean, he wasn't a great talker, but he was a better talker than Al Perez.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's true.
All right, Doc, you got anything else from this?
No, I liked it though. I mean, I was really happy with the way they positioned that, shot it.
Yeah, and they're still building the whole thing, with them and the Fantastics and the Midnight Express. So, it's just furthering things along. Nothing really went down. They just kind of jaw-jacked a little. And here's another point. We talk about this all the time because they do this on Raw still. 10-minute, 15-minute promos, jaw-jacking back and forth. But here you had a basically not even, about 2 minutes they jaw-jacked back and forth. It was a 3-minute segment all around, but 2 minutes of jaw-jack, and then that was it. So, give them. They teased it, and that's all they needed to do. So with that, we then go to JR and Tony Schiavone, who throw it to an interview with Barry, where Dusty joins the conversation. Let's go to that right now. Here it is.
Okay, fans, like we saw at the top of the program, as you know, the bad blood and the bad feelings between Barry Windham and Lex Luger have been bad enough. Now Dusty Rhodes, and and Jim, I know that the feelings really run deep between the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Barry Windham, and you were in the ring at one time and got to see that confrontation full up.
Real close. As a matter of fact, I got into the ring to ask Barry Windham how he felt about changing his philosophy and turning his back on old friends like Dusty Rhodes and new friends like Lex Luger. Right. And then it got a little close for me. Let's go now back in time to Raleigh, North Carolina, and join this situation in progress.
Never has. Nobody in this building means a thing to me. What have you ever done for me? I'm the only one. I bled, sweat. I've done all the work for everybody. I'm the one that never looked like I was anything. Dusty Rhodes never did anything for me. I lived in his shadow, and never again will I. I'm with the Four Horsemen now. They are my friends. They stand for what I stand for. The unity as a team. We are the elite.
Well, maybe you can address that question right here.
Let me ask you something. Are you prepared to do what you're trying to do? Can you look me in the eye after all these years and call yourself a man? Barry Windham, can you look me in the eye? Dusty Rhodes with a right hand on J.J. Dillon as he threw a Dillon. Arn Anderson was there. He goes down. Now here's Tony Blanchard, Arn Anderson as they hold a dream. And you see Windham now with that claw locked onto the head of the dream.
Wyndham's got the claw on the American Dream, and he's got it cranked in. Wyndham, I've never seen this crowd is erupting. Lex Luger's here. Luger and Wyndham are locked together like wild animals. Well, we got to get this together. Rhodes has been busted open.
All up in the ring. Continue to go at it, fans.
Rhodes has been busted open from the claw of Barry Windham. And
He's got it on Luger
He's got it on
now.
Luger.
All right, I let it roll through the jumping and them putting the boots to Dusty and Luger and everything. I'll throw it to you, Harper. What did you have from this, the promo and then the jumping?
I wanted it to keep going.
Well, they only got 41 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, fuck, I wanted to keep going, man. Because fucking Nikita or Sting or someone else came out for the fucking save.
Do we really want to see Nikita come out for the save?
I don't want to see Nikita do anything, especially talk. Fuck. His accent gets worse, man.
It does.
It does. I said that. I told y'all that.
Shit.
It's getting worse.
Didn't say it. You didn't say that. Harper just said it.
Yeah.
I told y'all that last week. I was like, we getting to the period where it's getting worse. But anyway. Doc, what do you have from this?
Harper's always talking bad about the claw, but man, did you see how fast that claw busted Dusty open? That shit was devastating, pal.
Yeah, because he had the glove on.
Right. We got to have the glove to make it even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, or better. I mean, that's...
The glove like makes the hand stronger, right? So he can really squeeze his head like a melon.
Hey, bro, when I was fucking 8 years old, that would make perfect sense.
It did. Yes. Doc, you need to check your phone. We just got a tweet that I think you need to see. Doc, you got anything else from this promo before I go to the next one, and then we'll talk about what I just sent you.
Okay, hold on. I'm working on it.
I'm asking. Do you have anything else from the promo first?
No, that was the claw.
Yeah,
pal.
I like it how he. It's kind of like Barry's kind of hesitating,
and then did it.
Yeah, it's like, is he gonna do it? He
did it.
He's already kind of pissed off at him, but he's never really came to blows with him. Is he gonna do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it.
You notice how they never really get a close shot? Dusty's busted open, but do you notice how they kind of like stay away from it again? They don't really get close up on it. Old TBS. That's all I'm going to say. And then as you heard there, the Horsemen with Rick eventually come in, and they're laying the boots to both Luger and Dusty, and then we head to the studio. All right, I'm going to go to, now, after all of that went down, they go back to the studio, and then Dusty's going to cut a promo, and I want you to listen to the Barry chants as Dusty's talking. Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. You know what? There was a good example, David Crockett, of what's really going on in the National Wrestling Alliance, the premier sporting operation in the world. And Barry Windham, I offered up my innocence to you, brother, and you paid me back in scorn. Now then, you got to understand the facts are Lex Luger don't like it. Lex Luger don't like it, Steve don't like it, Doc don't like it, Nikita don't like it, and most of all now, I don't like it, because you need to ask Lex Luger sometime, Ric Flair sometime, what it's like to have Dusty Rhodes breathing down your throat with his breath all over you in the heat of battle. And that's what it's got to do now, the heat of battle. You're going to face a new situation now. That situation is the heat of battle. The heat of battle with Dusty Rhodes, the teacher, the coach, the man that knows you better than any man. So when I'm in there with you now, Daddy, and my breath is hot on you, and this big old body's got you wrapped up in a knot, and you're wondering why you're a fourth horseman, you need to ask somebody for a little help. You need to offer up your innocence, because I'm going to pay you back in scorn, baby. And in Greensboro, North Carolina, tomorrow night, me and Lex Luger, double bull rope, pay you back in scorn. And Tully Blanchard, Houston, Texas, Bob White, it's violence time. Pay you back in scorn. Pay you back in scorn. So the lines have been drawn. The battle's on us. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is once again at the top of the field. And I'm going to take it to you, baby. Barry Windham, ask yourself about all them long lifetimes we spent together. I'm going to take it to you, brother. I'm going to pay you back in scorn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, you're going to see Sting, Nikita Koloff, Dr. Dusty Williams, and the Four Horsemen.
Boy, you can't tell me Dusty wasn't mad with them Barry chants. Doc, what do you have?
Harper, what's the biggest holiday in February?
Valentine's Day.
Did Dusty say it like Harper does, Mike?
What'd he say?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's.
Doc, stop making fun of the way Harper says Valentine's Day.
I didn't make fun of anything.
Yeah, you did. You used to always do it back in the day. Oh, back when Harper was going to bring his broad to Waffle House for Valentine's Day.
That was back in the old days. But
yeah, that was. Like
I mean, that was pretty standard issue, Dusty. I mean, it was like, he's out there saying stuff nobody's really sure what he's saying, but he sounds pretty good doing it, and I can let that go.
Harper, you got anything from it?
Yeah, that was good. I'll take it. He's gonna pay it back with scars.
Scorn. With scorn.
Meat and potatoes, and I love the Barry chants in the background. I know Dusty wasn't happy with that, but they go to a 6-man tag match. It is Sting, Dr. Death, and Nikita who defeat Ryan Wagner, Gary Phelps, and Dave Spearman. But the graphic actually said that's what the graphic said. But one of the guys in there was actually Dale Laperouse. So whatever.
Well, good for him.
I need to get a timestamp on this. I need you to take me back to 1652 for some good, clean fun.
So that's 1647, 49, 50. Let's see. What are we looking for here? The broad?
The broad and white. Harper.
Oh, the three of them?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll put
the three amigos.
That would be amigas.
Okay. There they are.
Well,
okay. Y'all gotta stop.
I see two in a wildebeest.
Jesus.
Y'all gotta stop because the broad is a little girl.
Right. Is that a broad or is that just a kid?
That's a little girl. That's a child,
girl,
right?
That's a child.
And the one on the right, I think, is the starting right guard for the Saints in 1988. So let's lay off her. But look at the chick on the left, because this shit's being shot in the morning, and she's dressed.
She's dressed like the Material Girl.
She's dressed for action, which means she's there on a Saturday morning to get some, or she ain't been home.
And I guarantee you, the big one drove. The big one drove her fucking Ford at fucking LTD or whatever, piled them all up in a car and fucking drove them there.
But I couldn't see that at first, Harper. You do need to lay off all three because that is a child in the middle. We do draw some lines here.
God, the one on the left, the one on the right, yeah, she's just like whatever. She's just, you could see her pushing the grocery cart at the local grocery store, buying fucking groceries. But the one on the left, what the fuck's wrong with you, lady? She's got those fucking Terminator sunglasses on. It's like she's gonna say, "Are you Sarah Connor?" I mean, fuck.
How shithouse mouse crazy is that broad?
That bitch is crazy, bro.
Just, I mean, after we get done, and I blow this good load, we might as well go ahead and check you in down at the home.
Jesus Christ, y'all are the worst.
Wow.
That's terrible. I can't laugh at that.
Crazy, dude. That chick is nuts.
Yeah, that chick's nuts, bro.
But you're right, Harper. She's dressed like a Material Girl, and it's like, this is a Saturday morning when they tape these, so you're like, why did you dress like that to come to the student?
Because she knows Tommy Rogers is going to be there. Ric Flair's going to be there. Sting's going to be there. Luger's going to be there and tear his shirt off because that's all he knows how to do.
Yes. Yeah, good point. Okay, so any thoughts on the match then? after that,
I could tell you, the guy that takes the pin just looks like Sonny Bono.
Is that LaProuse?
Hold on. Let me see. Let me get to the end of it. See if I can time it right. Yeah, that's Dale Laperouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen him a few times.
Yeah, Dr. Death got a haircut.
Yeah, he did. Looks terrible.
But he still got a mullet on steroids. I mean,
it looks fucking. Just cut it.
It's not even a full mullet, Harper. It's like a rat.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a quarter mullet. Just fucking get a haircut.
It's a quarter mullet. I'm saying it's like
It's
you know
like,
what it is.
No,
Harper,
no, it's
seriously,
Like, it's like
it's
the
a cross
haircut.
between a mullet and a rat tail, Harper.
That's exactly what it is. It's somewhere in between that.
It's like he went into Supercuts and they were like, "It's $8," and he goes, "What can I get for $3.50?"
Right. He's got, it's the El Camino fucking haircuts. It's not a pickup truck. It's not a car.
I'm serious. Look at it.
Call it.
It's not the mullet, but it's not a rat tail either. It's a cross.
Right.
This is not a good look for him.
No, just get a goddamn haircut. Just get a fucking haircut.
So, actually, let's talk about that, because Nikita and Dr. Death of this team both need new hairdos. Would you agree, Harper?
I don't know. I mean, Nikita just, there's nothing wrong with it. I think he was trying to go with the whole Schwarzenegger look with the flat top, and he's got the accent, and I think that's what he was trying to go with. Because
be bald.
Because you got to look. Predator was hot at that time, and Schwarzenegger was the biggest thing ever at that time. That's what I think he was trying to go with the flat top.
All right. Well, I guess so. I don't know. Doc, did you have any other thoughts on the match before we go to the promo?
Not one single thought.
All right. Let's go to Gary Hart now and Al Perez. Listen to Gary Hart here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Hart, Al Perez, Mr. Hart, you're after Nikita Koloff. Understand you want to eliminate him, is that correct?
Nikita Koloff, you used to be known as the Russian Nightmare. You're not even a bad dream no more. Because when you get in the ring with the Latin heartthrob, about 15 minutes into the match, the belly starts sucking wind. It starts to burn in your throat. And the Latin heartthrob smacks you around. Because you ain't so bad. I want to make a personal, public challenge to you for the bash, the Great American Bash. Any kind of match you want, Nikita, please you choose it. I'll even tie one arm behind Perez's back. I'll handcuff myself to the top rope and take a nap while it's going on. Because you used to be something special when you were beating up a bunch of jabronis. But this one here, brother, he is also like Ric Flair. He's a 60-minute man. And when I told you that he's the greatest piece of work that's come along in the wrestling business in a long time, if you don't believe it, get up in his face, smack him around, and see what happens. It won't take too long to get you out of the face. And if your little friend with that flat top named the Sting, if he don't like it, you send him to me. Because what I carry in my pocket, I can take care of him in just an instant. And if you don't believe it, sucker, try something and you'll find out that we ain't playing no game, we ain't no toy, we ain't no puppet. You better get yourself ready and right. Because if you ain't, you in a whole lot of trouble, Jack, just like this sucker up here.
All right, Mr. Hart, talk's cheap. Let's see what he does in the ring.
You know already, David, you a very astute man about wrestling. You know he's the best around. Come on, who you kidding?
Let's watch him.
Well, Gary Hart ain't lying when he's saying, Sting, come get you a piece. I would stay away from Gary Hart because he really did carry that switchblade. Doc, what do you have from this?
How fucking great was that?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing, like, I always liked that he would call him Ricky Flair, too. Like, he's the only guy that could get away with that.
I've always wondered why no one did that more. Like, called fucking Arn Anderson fucking Arnold, or called Steve Austin Steven or something. Just to piss him off.
Yeah,
in a promo.
Right, because it's like condescending in a way.
Right. It's like calling you Michael.
Right. Which y'all do from time to time anyway, but yeah.
But it's only out of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like me saying Christopher.
Yeah, no one says that unless
Christopher.
My mom or a telemarketer.
Right. But Doc, to answer Doc's question, man, Gary Hart was gold right there. So there you go, Mikey and DF.
I mean, how believable is he there? I mean, he basically just said in so many words, if your main man, y'all's big hero comes at me, I'll just cut his ass.
Well, and it's even like, okay, we didn't know back then, but now the story is not story, like it's a fib, but the real reality is the man carried a switchblade, and so you hear it now all these years later, 31 years later, and you're thinking back to what he did. He actually did carry a switchblade, so it's like it's real. it's even more real. He was great. Harper, what'd you think?
Yeah, it's fucking great. I mean, it's Gary Hart.
Al Perez didn't say nothing during the whole thing. How great was that?
Well, that's great.
That makes it even better.
Right.
He did his job.
Yeah.
Did his job.
You just a bad dream, motherfucker. You ain't no damn nightmare.
But it's not even that. It's how he says it.
Yeah.
He's got that role going, and it's just master class.
Yeah. All right, so then Al Perez does go into the ring, and he defeats Bob Riddle. And then we
Fuck
go
this
to
guy.
Then
those fucking German suplexes, bro. He didn't even go up for him.
Man, he sandbagged the piss out of him. It was pretty bad. We go then to the Spam Slam of the week, which goes to Barry Windham this week, and as the
Spam Slam. I like how she says it. Spam Slam.
Hold on.
From Hormel.
Let's see. Hold on.
Spam Slam is brought to you by Hormel, makers of Spam and other grocery products.
I'm still laughing every time I see that logo, because to Harper's point, this shit ain't changed in 30 plus years.
Fuck no, bro. That shit's like a Coca-Cola can. This shit ain't changed.
When's the last time the Yankees changed their uniform?
Right, right.
That logo is the same as it's been since then.
It's the Yankees logo of processed food that's going to give you fucking cancer.
Ass cancer.
Ass cancer.
That's nice.
That's what it does?
That's nice. I don't know. I heard it turns you into a T-Rex.
Doc broke kayfabe with me today, y'all. He said he misses the T-Rex.
I kind of do.
Call him up.
I don't miss him that much.
It's not the same. Putting eyes on him every day and hearing his sappy stories is.
We all have another T-Rex there to fucking fill the void.
Well, there's a story. There's actually a story about that too.
All right.
Are you gonna tell it or?
Yeah, yeah. I was pausing for effect. We did get a T-Rex replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And that person lasted maybe 2.5 weeks and just stopped coming.
Damn, why?
I just don't think it was for her, I guess.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, they called T-Rex and said, "Hey, you sure you don't want to come back?" And he said, "Nah, brah." So that's where we are.
Doc and I said it all along. T-Rex was good at what he did, man. I mean, Doc liked to make fun of him, but he did that job well. He really did, and he
didn't have a lot of like standards, so he did it for a long time.
That's nice, Doc.
Is it stressful? His job?
You got to deal with some bull crap. I mean, you got to be real. You do, Doc. You got to deal with.
So yeah, that's fair. He's not over there splitting atoms, but
right.
But there's some parts of that job that I would not want. How about that?
Yeah. You got to deal with some BS, man. And he was good at dealing with the BS and mumbling under his breath after he was
right. Because am I good at that part of my job, Mike?
Hell no, your ass. So I'm not trying to say this in a complimentary way, but you'd turn into Ric Flair if you did that. You'd be like, "Let me tell you something. Don't come over to my desk and asking for that type of bull crap."
I spent more money last year on spilled liquor
than you made last year. That would be Doc. So there's some stress to it that he dealt with pretty accordingly when he decided to come in and being a negative.
So now when I see the Spam Slam, I get a little sad because I missed the T-Rex.
You get a little sappy.
He was a chum.
He gets a little sappy.
All right. Get one of them fucking the fake spam cans. Y'all seen those, huh?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, where you like hide your jewelry in or some shit. You put it. It's a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You get one of those. You put it like in your pantry.
And just hope that the T-Rex doesn't come rob your house.
You're like, oh, I like this guy. This guy likes to spam slam too. And like, oh, look, he's got his fucking engagement. He's got his wedding ring in here.
That's nice. Let's go to Ric Flair. Let's Rick will bring up the spirits. Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man that makes the world go round, the world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair.
You know, I was going to come out here today, and I was going to be mild-mannered. I wasn't going to be obnoxious. I wasn't going to stand here and tell you that whether you like it or not, the bottom line is guys like Lex Luger and Sting and Nikita and Dusty Rhodes and all these awesome characters that come out here week after week telling you what they're going to do, but never getting it done. Lex Luger as an example. God bless you, pal. The good Lord gave you the greatest body of any athlete I have ever seen in my entire life. But the motor function and this thing that makes that go round and round, my friend, is so minuscule that for all that magnificent physical ability, you are light years from being where I've been my entire career. Now, Sting, oh, it's great. The first thing I want to do when I get up in the morning is paint my face. Yeah, I want to run down the aisle going, oh! No. In fact, I want the world to see what a class act, what a businessman, what a prominent figure in the greatest sport in the world can look like on national television. And that's high style. That's class. And you see, the great American bashes are on the horizon. The greatest wrestlers in the world are going to compete. And you know what? The bottom line, once again, is that the Horsemen and the Powers of Pain and the Varsity Club are what's happening on the side of the street that I walk on. And I, in fact, am the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. And throughout this summer, I like to sweat. I don't mind bleeding. I don't mind paying the price to be where I am. And all you guys out there in Fantasyland, you Johnny-come-latelys or you would-be's are going to find out when the cages go up, when the bull ropes come out, when the tower goes up, when the war games start, that it's going to be cutting time. And I'm betting on, the bad guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair. More action to come right after this.
Well, he told Lex, you got $1 million body but a 2-cent brain. I'll throw it to you, Doc, first. What do you have?
How great was he on that from start to finish? We haven't had a truly great Rick promo in a while.
Yeah.
But, dude, he eviscerated Sting. He eviscerated Luger. He told him it's going to be cutting time out at the bash. You want to be where I've been my whole life. Shit, I just wake up and want to paint my face like some moron. Just, dude, that was awesome. And it's all the little things he's always done too. Like he walks out and before he ever says a word, he does that little laugh. It's just everything he does is what you want your world champion to do.
Harper, what you think?
Fucking great, man. Fucking making fun of Sting. Come on. You know what I was thinking? Who was the last big wrestler that painted his face?
What do you mean? Like, I mean, the Road Warriors have face paint.
No, I'm saying like since Sting and like the Great Muta. I was trying to think.
Hurricane
Helms?
No, he had a mask, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he painted that shit on.
Jeff
Hardy?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he did do a face paint.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Well, there you go. Itchweed. Remember when TNA was Itchweed?
I remember that. Yeah. Doc and I have actually, there's a time period, I know we're laughing, there's a time period in like 2015 and 2016 where TNA was actually really good. And
hey,
Doc and I were watching
they're going to be great again. They got saved again.
Yeah, well, no. God, they're like a fucking cat, huh? I mean,
they got 9 million lives.
No. They're herpes, pal. You ain't getting rid of them.
Yeah, you're not killing them, man. But no, there was Doc and I were joking it one day. We were talking about it. We were like, dude, they were actually doing some good stuff in that 2015, 2016 time period. And they were on Destination America where nobody was watching them on that Hillbilly channel.
They might as well have been performing that shit in the Florida Death Valley, man.
Yeah.
Doc, am I lying? Wasn't it good?
No, it was good.
And,
it was good and just went straight into the void.
Yeah.
No one saw that shit.
No one. I mean, I'm telling you, man, if you watch that weekly with Eric Young and Bram and I mean the Hardys and all the stuff they were doing, man, and they had Bobby Lashley, they had EC3 was rolling at that time. What's his name? God, I can't think of his real name's Sean Richter. What's his name? And I can't think of his working name, but anyway, they were doing some like really good stuff.
I'll never forget that promo, that line that Bobby Lashley cut on James Storm, where James Storm says, "I ain't afraid of you, Bobby." Bobby goes, "That's all right. Brave people get their ass kicked every day."
Man, they were, because that was the thing, man. They were cutting promos like they weren't being censored. You know, the product wasn't PG. I mean, Rockstar Spud got busted open one night real bad. They were doing some good stuff, and nobody saw it. No freaking body. Besides the 250, 300,000 people that were watching on Destination America, which was nothing because at the time Raw was still doing 3.5 million people. But anyway, all right. Doc, anything else from Ric Flair right there?
I had really, well, we'll get to it in a minute on the Rolex. But yeah, you can keep going.
Harper, you had anything else from Flair?
No, it was just fucking great.
And then Sting comes out, and my God, he had to follow Flair, and it was just, what the piss is this? I'm not playing it unless y'all want me to.
When did Sting come out?
Yeah, I think I missed that.
No, not Sting. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I meant Nikita. I meant Nikita. My
Dude,
bad.
what the fuck, bro?
I definitely fast forwarded through that.
I tried watching it, and it was like the Alperez. I'm like, nah, bro. 10.
But that took 8 because the shit freezes.
Listen to him for 20 seconds.
No one heard was Gary Hart, and I hear Gary Hart come on and talk some big talk. How are you gonna end Gary Hart Nikita Cora? Well, you see, it was just last night in St. Louis that Harper tried to break my sticking leg with a chair, but I'm still here. And it was not long ago when Kevin Sullivan tried to put a...
Okay, I understand him a little bit more that time because it's the third time I watched it.
I have no clue, dog.
None. Zero.
All I hear is fucking Gary Hart and Al Perez.
Zero. Stingy with De Niro. I got nothing on that.
All right.
I heard Koloff and Al Perez, and I didn't even get a Chateauata.
Yeah, okay, he didn't say it there. Well, after Nikita cuts his promo, Arn is in the ring and he defeats Keith Steinborn in like Magnum TA record fashion very quickly. Doc, anything from that?
Just that, when's the last time you saw Arn really squash somebody that fast?
They haven't done that in a while. I mean, we just haven't seen anything like that.
We need to get to this promo you have queued up because good Lord.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I got to stop this Patreon video.
Ah.
We're back on.
Why do we do
Patreon.
this? In real life that took 22 minutes for you to change the reel.
No, it didn't.
And
Jesus.
I hit the stop button and hit start again. What are you talking about? So let's go right now to it because we got a beautiful promo coming from Arn, Barry, Tully, and JJ. Here it is.
All right, we having the Horsemen, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and J.J. Dillon.
You know, as everyone has already seen at top of this program, it's very, very clear where I stand now. Dusty Rhodes, Lex Luger, Tully Blanchard and I are going to take care of business with you two very soon, tomorrow night in Greensboro in a double bull rope match. Now, Dusty Rhodes, you seem to think that you taught me everything that I know, but believe me, you are far from that. What I'm going to do is teach you a lesson horseman style. And Lex Luger, keep your nose out of my business if you want to keep a nose on your face.
BW, you talk about tomorrow night, Greensboro, the bull rope. I know that you've learned some new tricks about the bull rope match. But David Crockett, AA, and myself haven't defended those World's Tag Team titles in a while. That's because we've been saving ourselves for Wednesday night in Miami. Miami Mayhem, AA, you and I. You know who we got? The Tower of Power, Too Sweet to Be Sour. And Sting, he's going to beat his chest. Well, guys, you've been talking about taking a horseman down for a long time. National television, 10 million homes watching live. Think about it when you walk down the aisle, when you come down to the Night Center in Miami. Think about it. Big Dust, that's where you thrive. Miami FLA, where you've beat so many people. You've won the World's Heavyweight title there before. Just think you're going to try to regain some of that lost glory. But don't think that I'm not thinking about Houston and that barbed wire too, brother. Because barbed wire is Texas style, is my kind of deal. David Crockett, I'm going to put everything in perspective with what time we have remaining. You take the Great American Bash and you rename it. It's called a Civil War. You see, families are going to be lost. Reputations are going to be lost. Man will turn against his brother. Son against his father. In the Great American Bash, you're looking at 45 straight days that all titles could switch and switch again. All reputations could switch and switch again. Because we're in here on that beaten path. And night after night, you got the very best against the very best. You don't get a night off. You do bleed. You do sweat. And every night, your reputation, you have a gut check. And I may look at Tully Blanchard, I may look at James J. Dillon, I may look at him, I may look at Ric Flair and decide I'm tired of looking at him anymore. But the reason the Horsemen stick together in that well-oiled unit is we're not 5 individuals. We take that anguish and we put it aside. We are the Horsemen, we are the family, and going in the bashes as it always is, we are the incumbents. We're your world champions.
They say the 4 Horsemen rule wrestling, and they just might. More to come right after this.
He called themselves the incumbents, which I found just comical. Let me go to Harper first this time. Harper, what did you have?
Yeah, fucking Arn Anderson, man. Batting 1,000.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, they all just do great shit, huh?
Hey guys, have you seen the SMU Mustangs record this year?
Leave Lance alone.
I mean, what's their record? Are they 3-0?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to this Arn Anderson promo because I don't really like him all that much. So I was just thinking about what bowl game we're going to.
I talked. We're going to the Hawaii Bowl. We're going to play against guess who? Hawaii.
Maybe. I don't know though. I heard that East Carolina may get in there.
We recorded another episode of World Class yesterday, and he was I was saying, hey, how's them tweets going, man? You still getting a lot of stuff, a lot of questions? Oh yeah, I mean everybody's in on the joke, I guess, and I guess that's how it's going. But I mean it's cool. I stand by what I said. Orange just doesn't do it for me.
What
he's working the gimmick.
He just said families are going to be lost. Reputations are going to be lost. We're going to go for 45 days. Titles are going to get switched. We may turn on each other. We may want to. That's the part that kills me. Is I might decide I may look at Flair and say I'm tired of looking at him. Dude, how great is that?
He said, "No nights off. You bleed, you sweat, and it's a gut check. We are the world champions. We are the incumbents." I was like, "Oh shit." Who am I giving the Rolex to after that? Because
we'll get into that in just a second. Because man, this week was so much better than last week that there's actually a lot of competition here. So I actually thought Tully was real good too there. It gets overshadowed by the force of nature that Arn is, but he was just wearing those glasses and looking smug. And I liked it at the end because he said, "Barbed wire, that's Texas style." Well, shit, where's Dusty from?
Yeah.
But he's a smug bastard, so he don't care. He ain't thinking about that.
No, Tully was good. It's just like you said. I mean, he's out there with Arn cutting freaking, 8+ promos, and it's like he gets overshadowed because of that, and that is just...
Yeah.
Well, we go from that great promo to a phenomenally bad one that will get played because Mighty Wilbur is back, and
I can't tell if he's just so great at it, or he really is he really is that.
Harper, that's what we said about you for the first 6 months you were on the show.
All right, let's go to Mighty Wilbur and see what he's saying. Here it is.
Jeez.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to World Championship Wrestling here on the Superstation, and we're about to see the Mighty Wilbur and Ronnie Garvin in tag team action, and we're waiting on. Here comes Ronnie Garvin now. Wilbur, hey Wilbur, come here just a second.
How you doing?
Fine, sir. It's good to see you back. Good to see you back. How you feeling?
Feeling 100%. Legs feeling real good. Feel 100%. Can't believe I got the ex-world champion here as my tag team partner. Everything's looking real good. I do want to say, where I am, all right. I want to say hi to all my friends out there in Hayward, California. Say hi to all my friends around the world. Thank you very much for the cards. And something, believe it or not, me and Ronnie, we're going to be the world tag team champions.
I wouldn't disagree with you. There you hear from Mighty Wilbur. Let's go up to the ring and see him in action. He's a...
Harper, I'm with you. He's so bad, it makes you wonder.
It's so real, right?
Right.
It's so bad that where you think it's like it's all real to him.
Harper, hey Harper, watch this. You got any thoughts on the towel distribution here?
Oh, well, that's a good,
Come on, Doc.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Doc. Can we get back to Mighty Wilbur? Because Harper's making a great point about him.
He's so bad. It's like is it a gimmick or he's just really like this? And look at this. He shakes his hand. And is that a girl or a boy?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell.
It's a kid, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
But I'm with you, Harper. He's so terrible that you're like, he's got to be doing this on purpose, which makes it even better.
And then I'm thinking, what is Jim Ross thinking? Of all the top of the line talent,
well, he definitely doesn't have an amateur background from the state of Oklahoma.
I mean, what do you think he's thinking when he's fucking interviewing this guy? Of all the great fucking wrestlers,
I'm really surprised he kept kayfabe when Wilbur said we're going to be world champions, and he didn't go like fucking hell. Good luck, pal.
And then, dude, this is the worst splash I've ever fucking seen.
Man, I was just glad to see that Ronnie Garvin hadn't forgotten how to stretch a son bitch.
Yeah.
Boy, did you see at the, let me go to it. Well, because in our Patreon members at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT can see
this motherfucker's got to pull his goddamn pants up, dude. This is the second time we've seen this dude. And they're just hanging off him like he's fucking pull your goddamn gear up.
Here it comes, Harper. Garvin is about to stretch this poor bastard.
Uh-oh.
Bitch.
First off, he puts his... Here it comes.
His piss... Uh-oh.
You think it's going for a pin? Nah, I'm just going to fucking... I'm going to stretch it, dog.
Now I need to get you folded up here.
I mean, that's just... Look, and then he steps
on
Look at this dude. He can't move. He's fucked.
Here, let me give you my body so that you can kill me.
Dude, let me stop for a second. Not only is he twisting this poor bastard.
I love that picture right there.
Not only is he twisting him up like a pretzel, that shit hurts enough as is, but you take your dirty ass boot where you've been walking in the bathroom standing next to a urinal and you put your boot on the man's face.
And you're putting weight on. He's putting weight on that shit too.
I mean, Harper, let me ask you, is this the equivalent of spitting on someone almost?
It could be.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm like, damn, he's got his boot on his. Not only, I mean, we've seen, he's got to.
Why does he hate the jobbers like this?
Well, he's got to be upset right here because my note is he was the world champion, and now he's doing this.
You think he's got kind of like a superstar Billy Graham deal going?
I don't know. Well, you see, here's the other thing though. Like Bo James knows him well, and Bo has always said that Ronnie just used to be like that with the enhancement talent, just to see what he can get away with and see if they'd fight back. My argument to that is they're enhancement talent. They don't want to piss him off, so they're not gonna fight back. I mean, because if they fight back, it's only gonna get worse. They're not in position to do anything. So I don't know, but he's always been this brutal. You can go back to '85 when we started on these. He's always been like this with these guys. It's just kind of how he is, but God, just to step on a man's face like that as you've got him twisted like a pretzel where he's already in pain, I'm just like, God damn. Anyway, it's pretty brutal though. Harper, any other thoughts? Is Ronnie just stretching this poor sap?
Tommy, go to the splash. Go to the finish.
Is it the 747?
Oh God, he gets so much height, dude.
We're gonna get to it in a second. I'm waiting for
Bro,
Ronnie.
Yeah, that one. Look at those knee tendons snapping.
Like, yeah, fuck you.
And then this is just his twisting is so terrible. And then after all that, he slaps the piss out of you.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay. Okay.
Here comes Harper. Call it.
Dude, watch how high he gets off the ground.
I gotta run that back. Harper, he basically just tripped and fell on him.
Yeah, exactly. He just fell on him.
Yeah, that's how I run and get in bed every night.
Right.
I splash Mrs. Doc like that every night.
I gotta say one thing too. We're gonna watch it one more time. Harper, you know how you, as a wrestler, you hit the ropes, and when you hit them, the point is to lay into them, and you come off of them with some momentum. Not only does he fall onto him when he splashes them, but watch when he hits the ropes. Basically, he just runs into him, runs off of him, doesn't spring off of him at all, and then falls onto the guy. Here it is. Oh, here it comes. Ronnie backdrops him. Watch him hit the ropes, Harper.
Up. Man.
That's just, what a tub of shit.
Man, as many times as we've seen the fucking avalanche from King Kong Bundy.
Or the 747.
Right, the 747 from the one-man gang. And this is the shit that they do on fucking Crockett TV. On fucking national goddamn TV.
Doc, what did you say? That's how you splash Mrs. Doc every night?
That's nice. You better hope your kids never listen to this when they get older.
Well, you don't remember the Easter show we did on like Smoky Mountain last year. He was like, my dick has risen, and I'm going to find me an egg later.
That's nice.
I never thought about that part of it.
Well, you got to. Okay? Trust me.
We need to erase some of these things.
I think of that all the time.
They're out in the universe forever, man.
Dude,
no, I meant the kid. I meant the kids, not the shows. I like the shows.
Wow.
What?
I'm not gonna go there, but okay.
Chris Benoit.
You better say allegedly every time, because you say some things, And you don't realize how bad it can be taken.
Allegedly.
Okay. Are we did y'all have thoughts? Luger closes out the show. Do y'all have thoughts on this promo?
We were doing so good. I don't want to end it with Wilbur and Luger.
I agree. My notes say he's trying to respond to Flair, but he is horrible. And
yeah, fuck that.
Dude, you got eviscerated. Go sit down.
Right. All right. So with that said, Doc, I'm gonna rate it A+. I mean, there's nothing else to give it. This was literally a 41-minute show, and we've gone over an hour and 15 minutes talking about it because it's been that damn good. So a shorter show, A++. I gotta. This was really good. Doc, what are you giving it?
Yeah. 6 stars.
Okay, Dave Meltzer.
A+.
Yeah, I gotta give it an A, dude. I can get used to this, but I better not.
Well, there's some short ones coming up there. I think there's some more short, not 41 minutes short, but there's some short ones coming up. But this was not. I mean, we joke and play and we have fun with the shortness of it, but no, this was really good, man. There's a lot of guys here brought their A game, and I mean, even the bad stuff with Wilbur, we just laughed at it and we're like, what the hell?
Well, last week was short but not good. I'd rather have it be short and good.
Yeah.
You like see what I mean?
Quickie.
Right. Well, okay.
What?
He said it like a quickie.
What?
All right, Doc. What you gonna rate it?
A+.
A+.
Not rate it. Your Rolex.
So my Rolex evolved throughout the show because at first I was like, "Ooh, Kevin Sullivan's eating monkey brains and going to the Lady of the Third Eye. That's Rolex worthy." Then Gary Hart came out and basically said, "Sting, if you walk up on me, try this, I will stab you." And I was like, "Now that's a Rolex promo." Mm-hmm. And then Rick eviscerated the baby faces, and I was like, "Ooh, gonna be hard not to give him the thing." But then Arn came out and talked them all into 45 buildings at once, and I'm gonna say, give me Arn Anderson.
Harper, who you gonna go with?
That wasn't me, by the way.
What?
Harper. Who you gonna
we got an 85-minute episode next week. That's some bullshit. Anyway, go ahead.
Harper, your Rolex?
I give it to Gary for calling them fucking jabronis. You know, back then people were probably like, "What the fuck is a jabroni?"
That's right. I forgot about that. That's true.
Yeah.
That was not a commonly used term back then.
No.
I'm going to give mine to Arn as well because Doc actually made the point I was going to make. You know, he's talking about the Great American Bash coming up, and we know, I mean, there's actually a Great American Bash pay-per-view this year in July. I think it's July 10th of 1988, but there's also the Great American Bash tour at the same time, and basically, like Doc said, he's talking them into 30 different buildings when he says that. So that's effectiveness when you're talking about the Bash and the Civil War and families were maybe broken up, and he went off, man, and Arn gets it. And I don't say that lightly because Flair could have got it, Gary Hart could have got it, Kevin Sullivan with his, "What do you think they do to monkeys in Malaysia?" when he's talking about the monkey brains, and he went to Singapore.
The broad with the third eye.
The broad with the third eye. I mean, there's a lot here to choose from, man. That's for damn sure. Oh, a lot here to choose from. So.
Hey, and you know what else, pal?
What?
It got mentioned in this episode. Tully mentioned it. We got ourselves a clash coming up, and you know, if you want to get in and hear your boys, or at least two of your boys here, review that clash, you're going to have to come off the bench and get in the game, pal.
You are absolutely going to have to come off the bench and get in the game. With that said, to get the clash that's coming up, which Doc and I are recording this week, you got to go to tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT.
The same.
Oh, my bad. I'm going to play that in a second. tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. You get the clash. You get the Great American Bash that's coming up the month after that. You get the first clash that we did. You get the Bunkhouse Stampede. Tons of stuff over on our Patreon page at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. So there you go. Become a patron. It's a great way to support this show. Now, Doc, we're going to finish up a little early. This is what I was trying to share with you about Harper that
okay.
we cut a promo on. So this was Harper after being tagged. How many times were you tagged in the Drew Brees thumb story yesterday?
Nonstop. Dude. I'm tired of hearing about that motherfucker's thumb, dude. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about his fucking thumb. Jesus Christ.
All right. Let's hear about his thumb.
So here's here's Harper's promo.
Y'all don't get it, bro. I mean, y'all aren't living here. It's non-stop on the fucking TV, on the radio. Every motherfucker you come across, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. I think that's tattooed into my brain. 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks.
All right, well, let's play the promo while we're here. It is.
Here's the thing, bro. Stop tagging me in the Drew Brees thumb thing, okay, bro? I got the same freaking internet as you do. I got Bleacher Report, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, just like you, bro. Stop tagging me in the damn thumb thing. We got it. He's probably going to be out 6 weeks. We got it. Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the starter. We got it. And it's not the end of the world, all right? It's just, if we can split the games, Bridgewater starts, and when Drew Brees comes back, we'll be in a good position, and we can make a damn playoff run. Okay? And so, and then in this whole week, Teddy's got the damn whole week to practice with the starters. So next Sunday should not look like what happened freaking yesterday. So just take it easy, bruh. The sky is not falling. It could be worse. We could be the freaking Pittsburgh Steelers, right? They're screwed. Or the Dolphins. I mean, they're so bad. I mean, Tulane could beat them tomorrow. They're so bad, you know? So, God, look at this asshole. You really hate life, huh? So yeah. Stop tagging me in all that dumb crap. I got it. I got it. Oh, and the freaking Golden Girls is going to be on it's something to do with Cyndi Lauper, the remake on freaking Netflix. Yeah, yeah, to that too, bro. Leave the girls alone, man. Shit. So stop tagging me in the damn thumb thing, 6 weeks thing, all right? And the Golden Girl stuff. Stop. I got it. I got it.
Harper was salty. The best
yeah,
part
the
of
fucking
that was
Golden Girls. They're supposed to be redoing the goddamn Golden Girls with fucking Cyndi Lauper and that broad, the fucking lesbian broad from 40-Year-Old Virgin, and she was on Glee. You know who I'm talking about? The fucking blonde-headed woman with the short hair.
I don't, but I know I've heard about the remake thing, and
yeah,
I knew
bro, they gotta just leave shit alone, bro.
You should. You know who Harper looks like?
Who?
Harper looks like the before. Remember that guy that cuts the promos about lifting, and he's always yelling and screaming.
Oh God, yeah.
And cussing.
Yeah.
I met that guy. He doesn't yell in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a work.
Yeah.
It's a work, people.
Everything's a work.
100% agree. 100% agree. But thank you, Harper. I appreciate that and mentioning stop tagging you because there is some truth to that. So anyway, all right. Before we get out of here, again, use our Amazon referral link. It's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. It is a great way to support this show without spending anything extra. So if you're already shopping on Amazon, use that link, tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Give that link to the wives, girlfriends, hoes, and side pieces in your life and tell them to use it every time they shop on Amazon. The show could use it. So thank you very, very much for that. Harper, which date is this that Wildcat is happening in?
November 3rd.
November 3rd. I saw that you all finally started announcing the entrance for the Revolution Rumble, and I saw
MVP dog
is the first entrance. So there you go, man. It's gonna be a big show, guys. Please go check out Wildcat Sports in Kenner. MVP is going to be there. Harlem Heat's going to be there. Stevie Richards is going to be there. Loaded show. So go check it out. Don't miss it. Harper, anything else you want to say about the Royal Rumble as we get closer to November 3rd?
No. Just fucking show up.
Just show up. And DM Harper and ask for tickets.
No, why don't y'all DM what's fucking Lance call himself?
SMU Heavyweight?
Yeah. Hit up SMU Heavyweight on Twitter and ask him for the details for the Wildcat tickets. He will have all your info.
All right. With that said, Doc, you got anything before we get out of here?
Not a damn thing.
All right, we're all tuckered out until next time and next week on this show or Sunday night on the Smoky Mountain Show. Harper, hit the tagline and take us home.
Book it, bitch.
Before we get out of here, I want to shout out a couple of people, friends of the show. Also want to shout out some Patreon members and thank them for their patronage. Before I do all that, like I said, a couple of friends of the show and podcasts that we hope you support. Check out the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing with Brian Malonis from ROH and Mike Crockett. They do their show every single Monday. Monday mornings the shows drop. They talk current and classic wrestling, along with some indie stuff too, but it's a good show. They're friends of mine, so please support them because they support us. Also, check out Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast, run by buddies of mine, Joe Murata and Michael Quinn, as they give their take on the northern side of pro wrestling's history. Slightly classier, definitely more professional than we are. Thank you, Joe and Quinn, for all of your plugs. We appreciate it. Also, check out the Bottom Line Cast with Mike Prue and JV. They do their show. I believe their shows are dropping on Wednesdays these days. I keep forgetting, but they're basically breaking down the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So check out Mike and JV as they do their thing. Great show. And also Mike and JV do the ECW Extreme Livecast on our Patreon feed at the $5 level. So good guys doing some good work, and I appreciate it, Mike and JV. Thank you for all of your support. And like I said, I want to thank all the Patreon members out there for their support and patronage. We really appreciate it. We do 2 shows a week that are free. And then in addition to that, we do more because of you guys, and we appreciate that. So thanks for supporting this show. It's definitely a great thing that you do for us and supporting us. I mean, I can't say it enough. I'm eternally grateful for all the patrons we have. And as I'm talking about being eternally grateful, shout out to the Hall of Fame patrons. Kevin Carter, Michael Angel, Bob Richards, Rocky Suazo, Christopher Champer, Will Harkey, Robbie Dyson, Rick Beebe, Brad Duknife, Tom Schlegel, Coach Joey Chase, a.k.a. Willie Chase, Steve Malbasa, LaRon Brown, Kenny Byersdorf, Glenn Abbott, at GA WrestleNut on Twitter, Bobby Murray, Marlon Mueller, a.k.a. at Half Pints Point. Keep cutting them promos, kid. I know you would love when I say that. Josh Warren, Everett Starr, Mike Childrey, Kyle Riley, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Craig Norman, Johnny on Patreon, the great John Dean at YRC21, Josh Dunn, Ryan in Auburn, at Ryan in Auburn, that is, on Twitter. Good old Justin, Robert Smith, Joseph Ice, Tim Moretti, Adam Price, Brian Evans, Mark Wilson, Armando Martinez, David Jordan, Jesse Jacobs, Josh Fields, Chris Myers, Gerald Green, Mitchell Johnson, Mike Prue, Will Parker, Jeremy Bryant, Classy Alex, David DeVries, Frog Zeppelin, SV Pageant, Bill Salsa, Big Rich, at Spy Boy Sports Cap, R.E. Miller 39, Jay Shiny, Ruben Espinoza, Merciless Jones, Jesse Lucas, Chris Browning, Justin Andretti, Coleman 822, Marty Howell, T-Hog 94, and God Bold Unreal. Thanks for being Hall of Fame patrons. That list is getting longer and longer, and I appreciate it. Thank you for your patronage, and thank you for being Hall of Fame patrons and supporting this show and everything we do. That's all I got. Thank you again, guys. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day and week and whenever or month or whenever you're listening to this. Thank you very much. And like Harper always says before we get out of here, book it, bitch.